Alright, everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of MVP Baseball 07 NCAA. We have 20-3. We're up to 8th in the national ranking, so we seem to have kind of pushed ourselves back into a point where we actually are still a top-level team. You know, we've been doing pretty well. We had a couple of losses a few weeks ago, but we seem to have recovered fairly nicely from that. And go into a game against Minnesota, and that's actually a practice field rival challenge. Alumni wants us to commit less than 3 errors in the 3 games against Minnesota, so should be interesting. Oh, and then we got another one. Level 2 glove sponsor. Oh, let's see this. Less than 3 errors against Penn State. Yeah, I think we could try it. I don't know why you would want to decline it. Like, nah, we don't want to try this. It's like, should try just about all of them. Why not? Hey, Daredevil, how's it going? Here we go. 1.01 ERA, 6 wins. Solid. Unfortunately, we're on the road, so don't get to play at the Fun Stadium.
This Big Ten game features the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
I was just going to ask if NL was done already, but it looks like they're done.
The Hawkeyes are currently ranked 8th.
I guess it's not really like an already. I'm just not used to them streaming under like 3 hours.
Hello, everybody. It's a little chilly out there today. These are the days you love to throw that fastball. The sophomore is
There we go.
starting today.
Finished the TEW stream this the other day. Pretty good. I got a... Oh boy, I got a day ahead of me today.
There's a ground ball to the second baseman.
I hope these games get over somewhat quickly. He's having capture card problems. Okay. Yeah, I know he had capture card problems. I didn't know if he fixed them or not.
Ball catches the outside edge for a strike.
I'm waiting for the day that my Elgato craps out on me. Hopefully it doesn't happen too soon. To be fair, when it comes to my Elgato, if it craps out on me, it's not as big a deal as it used to be. What? It's not as big a deal as it used to be. Because I could probably get another one. In fact, I have a backup. Like, I have, like, a Hapog that I bought, like, when I first started doing, YouTube stuff. So, like, when I played, like, Homefront. Oh, I meant to check my swing. Damn it. But, yeah, I think the only thing that actually uses my capture device at this point is college hoops, because I think everything else I pretty much play on my PC. So I haven't figured out the issue with yours yet. Damn.
The batter swings and hits one to center.
Oh,
Makes the
perfect.
catch for the first out.
Yeah. I got a long day ahead of me. I got a bunch of stuff that's going to be coming in. That'll be the last stuff that I have sent here.
Letter high fastball.
Start canceling out a lot of my stuff to get it ready to not have to use it, like with Mid-American Energy and CenturyLink,
Can't keep it fair.
since I'll have someone else's internet to be sharing. And then I got to go put down some money for we got it. Yeah, I got to put down some money for my deposit to add my name to a lease. What in the hell? There you go. That was like a half bunt. Oh, it kind of was. With the way he hit it. Is that like a strategic thing? I need to figure out how to do those.
Grounder hit to the shortstop. Over to first. That's in time for the out.
There we go. But yeah, I gotta throw down a bunch of money to make sure I can live where I'm gonna be moving this weekend. God damn. On the bright side, tomorrow's my last day this week, since I took Thursday and Friday off. God help the people who gotta take over for me, because I hardly ever take days off, so it's always... something always happens when I take time off. Always. Have we gotten a hit yet? We got one hit. It's a lot of 3 up, 3 downs right now. Maybe we can keep that going. There we go. I think about where you've been living, haven't we? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, when it comes to this place, I haven't had any real issues with it. I've always liked it. And I would be continuing to stay here if it wasn't for just the simple fact of being able to save money. Like the fact that I'll now be able to save a little bit of extra money on rent and just general stuff, you know, like electricity and all that. So it'll be nice. And it's a really nice place that should allow me to continue my streaming habits at 3 o'clock in the morning while not having to worry too much about being loud, because my bedroom will be in the very corner of the building. And the way these apartments work is that they're really nice apartments. So like the 2 bedrooms don't share a wall. There's like a decent hallway. Like it's almost like you come in the front door and on one side is one bedroom and on one side is another bedroom. So on top of doors, there's also like a good 15 to 20 feet of hallway between us as well. Ah, these off-speed pitches are just killing me. Just killing me. There, oh, no, he still got it. Like there was nothing to it. So yeah, I would have stayed where I was, but I don't mind it. Hey, that should be a double. Maybe a... Nah, I'll stick with double. Love watching you some basketball. Well, that's cool. Unfortunately, tonight's not exactly that night, but I do appreciate if you do watch my basketball stuff. I just thought about that. Like, I wanted to make sure that it was actually set to baseball. Ah. That's fine. There we go. Okay. I see. I see. I got it. Here we go. Have we... I don't want to... Oh, man. Now that I thought about it, I'm probably going to jinx it, but I don't know if they've gotten a hit on us yet. Trying. Oh, son of a bitch. Just as soon as I said something, I knew it. I knew just as soon as I said something that was going to be the way this works. Yeah, literally jinxed it. It's one of the reasons why sometimes if I think I'm having a pretty good game, if I'm having like a no-hitter, like I think the closest I've been was like maybe 1 or 2 outs into the 5th. So getting like, you know, 4 innings worth of no-hitter is quite the thing. Play the most obscure games. To be fair, this isn't the most obscure game. It's just you know, a game that a lot of people don't play, especially in 2017. But I mean, this is called minimum wage gaming, so it was kind of funny because like I started the channel out wanting to do stuff like that, and then as it went on, I kind of moved away from that, and then slowly but surely I ended up moving my way back in. Like, because like I moved my way out because it was like, oh yeah, the newest WWE, the newest NBA, and you know, it's like some games that were brand new, and I'll still do that once in a while with games that is just like I'm just gonna one-shot this, and then the next thing I know, I'm kind of looped back around to slightly more obscure games generally because it's just kind of like, well, NFL 2K5 is a bit more interesting with the fact that it's an actual NCAA baseball game, the last one and one of only 2 made. Yeah, and then like NFL 2K5 constantly gets compared to the new Madden, so I'm a big fan of the new NFL or the fan of 2K5 anyway. Oh, I bet you he could have made it. It would have been fine. Iowa and Hawkeyes, it seems it's everywhere. I was gonna say maybe there's just a lot of people. Oh shit! I forgot. There's totally a guy on third base that could have just. I forgot. I started like moving him away, like a dipshit. And, yeah, we ended up getting stuck in a double play. Oops. It was kind of funny because when I visited family in Florida, I would have my aunt tell me that there's a lot of Iowa stuff there because Central Florida is a lot like Central Iowa, at least. Oh, shit. At least in the context of just kind of how it works as a city. She's like, in a lot of these places, you'll find a lot of, you know, Iowa stuff because this is where a lot of the older ones will go. Oh, Hawkeye Pro, the Iowa. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's because I'm from Iowa, so I think that's probably why you see that all the time is because it's taken a lot of... It's taken... Oh, yeah, then Cyclones is like Cyclone Fight Club. Oh, yeah. But if you're wondering why, it's because I'm from Iowa, so that's why a lot of my stuff has a lot of references to it, especially with Hawkeye Pro because I did a lot of that. You know, I kind of started it as a local thing there, so I just kept it. So that's the main reason why if you see it everywhere on my channel, it's because, you know, it's like people who have pride in, you know, being from other states. You just don't see a whole lot of people from Iowa, so you don't see a whole lot of like pride in in a state like Iowa. Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye, was born in Iowa. But yeah, that's why. Born and raised here. And currently living here. Yeah. It's interesting you live in Jersey. I knew a couple of guys who lived in Jersey. Then they moved out to California. I'm trying to remember where in Jersey he lived. I think it was like South Jersey. Like way South Jersey. I think if I pulled up a map, I'd be able to remember. I was good. Yeah. It's mostly like a, you know, if you're younger, it's like if you're like a young adult, you know, a lot of people will be more interested in going into the coast cities. But like if you want to raise a family or live in affordable housing, Iowa's usually the place to go. You're in the most North County. Oh, Jesus.
The Golden Gophers have their 6, 7, and 8
20 minutes from Pennsylvania, Jesus.
Number 25 is the number 6 batter, hitting .341 with 2 home runs.
Yeah, I live in Des Moines, so it's generally like a 2-hour drive minimum to really anywhere around here outside of Des Moines. Like if you want to go to outside of Des Moines to Iowa City, that's 2 hours. If I want to go to Omaha, that's 2 hours. Minneapolis and Kansas City is 3.5. Chicago's like 6. I think Milwaukee is 6 or 7.
He's out of there.
St. Louis is 6. On the bright side, we are very close to a lot of, you know, pretty big cities. Moving to Philly, nothing happens here. You can see wrestling shows and concerts that I've been traveling. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing is they don't have a ton, like they have a fair amount of concerts. Like they built like a rock club here, which a lot of people really enjoy, and we've gotten some decent bands. Unfortunately, for as good as that is, City Hall decided to implement a 21 and over thing for any show that runs past like 9 p.m. So it's like, oh, if you run past 9 p.m. for a concert, you know, it has to be 21 or over. So a lot of people just go to like Cedar Rapids or Davenport. Yeah. Takes you 2 hours to go from Des Moines to Iowa City. I mean, okay. Yeah, I think it probably took me like an hour and a half. To be fair, I'm on the west side of Des Moines, so I had to go from across Des Moines, which will be 20 minutes in and of itself, and then on the highway. And I think I've done Iowa City to Des Moines in like about an hour. That was a fun day. Just ripping 90 miles an hour down the highway at like 11 at night. As I say, I think it took me about 2 hours, maybe less, when I went. When I went this weekend, I mean, I guess I was technically Coralville, but I mean, it's next to it. Balls.
Makes the grab for out number 2. Number 16 is up next.
You literally live in bumblefuck nowhere, Jesus. I don't know why. I always thought of a place like New Jersey as like constantly having places. I don't know. I think a lot of the... Like, I know that California is a big enough state to have a lot of bumblefuck nowhere places. But, like, I don't know. Jersey... I know Jersey's a big enough state, but... I don't know. I always thought of it as something that usually had a little bit of something within maybe an hour or so. How was it, by the way? It was fun. Made some connections with some people there. Hung out like all day. I literally woke up at like 2 o'clock. Made it to the convention at 4. I stayed at the convention and partied with people till 5 in the morning, and then drove home at 5 in the morning because I was just like, I don't want to share a bed with my buddy. Like, I wouldn't have minded if he wasn't as fucking inconsolably drunk as he was. And he gets, like, aggressively friendly. Like, he doesn't get violent. He just gets friendly but aggressive with his friendliness. And I was like, I don't feel like dealing with that. I'm just going to drive home. And then came home. Central Jersey, South Coastal Jersey's busy. The locals aren't quirky. They're racist and on heroin. That sounds about right. I should probably set up a reliever. I think I'm getting pretty close at this point. Let me see, 68. Yeah, let me line up my bullpen here for a reliever. We haven't really done too much with Coker. Let's try Beresford. We'll get him set up. There we go. You're a first responder with our town's emergency squad. You've had like 20 to 30 ODs. Jesus. As I say, I think we used to have kind of a meth problem here, but yeah, there are about as many cows as people. Yeah, that's kind of the way it is here too, to be completely honest. Although it might be pigs. Our hog farming is pretty big here, along with corn. Senran Kagura anime. I heard about the Senran Kagura anime, and I saw the Nintendo Switch game, which looks interesting, because it looks like PG-13-ish, but, like, I can't even say PG-13-ish, because, like, even PG-13 movies have been known to show at least a boob. It's like somewhere in between PG and PG-13 with the massaging and other stuff. Mets more in the small towns. That makes sense. Oh, damn. You're in a K worth of hair. Oh my god. 2 Switch games, the one where you touch ninjas, and a pinball one. Huh. That was so early. Look how early that one was. I was already most of the way done with the swing by the time it came across the plate. A web image of the player repeatedly slapping Asuka's thighs. Oh yeah, I did see a discussion about the new Senran Kagura anime and like what it should cover and who the like. I remember there was like a general consensus among a couple of people that Yomi needs to be the main character, otherwise it's gonna bust. Yeah, we'll stick here. This might be it. This might be the one where we actually score a run. Fuck, marry, kill, freedom. I mean, I think that's pretty damn obvious. Fuck EO, because that ass. Marry Kyrie, because she's Kyrie. And unfortunately, kill Mayu, because she's not EO or Kyrie. Wow. Oh, goddamn. Oh, he's a bridesmaid, never a Kyrie. It's probably your answer, too, yeah. You know what? I should probably bring in reliever. He's been doing well, but I need to bring this guy in. There we go. Time you found out Road to Glory character Kyrie got engaged in TEW. Oh boy. I think when Kyrie actually gets engaged or married or whatnot, there'll be a whole lot of people just reeing. Like when Bailey got engaged. That was an interesting day.
He's out of there. Action in the bullpen as they'll get 11.
Wait, fuck, marry, kill. Ron Killings, Marty Skrull, Paul Heyman. Oh my god. God damn it.
The sophomore is on with a one-out double. McLaughlin is at the plate, hitting .305 with 4 homers and 15 RBI.
Oh, come on. 1 out. You're not hearing an answer. I don't think there is a good answer. I think whatever I do will be a bad answer. The only good answer is no answer. Fuck Paul because the screaming would be intense. I do gotta say, him doing him in some sort of sexual, like him screaming out something sexual in the same tone that he would talk about Brock Lesnar would probably be the best. Did he literally just drop that? Did I watch that pop foul just drop? That did happen, right? Yes, it did. Thank God that was a foul ball. That was some first half of Major League shit right there where everyone's just, I got it. No, you don't.
This one's fouled out of play.
Fuck Marty because he likes to party. I don't know why. There's just something funny about thinking about Paul Heyman just being like, fuck my ass. I don't know why that got a little Vince McMahon-ish. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is... Oh.
Breaking pitch for a call.
Brock Smash!
There's a routine fly ball. The fielder
You fueled my McMahon X Heyman hate fic.
Minnesota leaves him in. Robertson
It's probably already been done on some fan fiction site,
and 13 RBI.
and there's like 37 chapters of it.
The gap in right center.
Alright, that's at least 2. Yeah, we'll stick with 2.
He's on with the double, and the go-ahead run is in scoring position. Number 4 is
Alright, we're in the 8th inning, which means it's gut check time with this. Ah, he was too busy trying to get it to 3rd, you fucking moron. What kind of weirdo would write a fanfic about male wrestlers fucking? I don't know, what kind of weirdo would write a fanfic about a couple of streamers fucking?
baseman. There's some stirring in the bullpen.
I'm sorry, in a dream.
Hit out to right. He's out.
Just go. Just go. Just go. Yes.
Score the first run of the game.
All right.
Watch the hitter
I had to try it. Was it a dream? I can't. I think, or it was like a virtual reality thing, like some sort of VR shit.
just off the edge of his glove. That is
Damn, I think he might have been able to make it.
number 35 is up next.
Oh, he's loading the bases. Oh, Beresford. Oh shit. I can see why he's loading the bases. Hey, you better start throwing some strikes though if you wanna make this work. I apologize to all the regular fans who wanted some nice, clean baseball. Fuck it. It's like, in my baseball videos, I'm pretty sure I've discussed anime plenty of times. I'd watch the Wrestle Kingdom 11 Battle Royal during one of them.
Got him on a
I'm pretty sure if that deterred them, then they would have probably already muted. They would just watch this series on mute.
good move by the manager. Probably time for a fresh arm. The freshman
Yeah.
single, his first of the game. Action is
NL's a sub button S, so we have to talk about my NL fic.
pickoff.
That was the slowest pickoff ever. MWG draft Scott Norton. I wish I could bring in a Scott Norton.
This one makes
Make him the mascot.
and makes the catch in foul ground. With
Oh well.
number 30 is 0 for 2 today.
Let's just finish this game off.
On the ground to
Wow.
That one had eyes. The sophomore has another base hit. And there's no number 7 is the number 8 batter hitting 250.
There we go. Oh, damn. Reach for it, ump. Is WMMA any good? I really don't know. And, yeah, there's been a guy who's been asking me about playing it, and I've thought about it, but it's like, I really don't. Like, I'm not as like, compared to TEW, I don't quite have the, I don't think I quite have the MMA knowledge or experience with the game to fully say, like, oh yeah, just check out my series on blah blah blah. I think that's the main reason I haven't really ever done one, is because I just don't really have the experience with the actual game itself. Oh my god, are we just gonna let this go? Is this just how we're gonna lose this? Are we at 0 outs? We're at no outs. What the fuck is going on? Now all of a sudden they've got it. Reply to him, ask for 1,000 sub train, and then you'll play it. Oh my god. You're a mod at the TWEWR subreddit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I read that. Like, I lurk there a fair amount. I think I've posted there maybe like 3 times. I heard they have like a Discord. I just, you know, never gone and joined the Discord. Pro Wrestling Vibes, the Sunnins promo. Oh yeah, Bellator's, yeah. Yeah, Bellator puts on some sad main events because it's like this name versus this name, but they're both way past their prime. If you want to get into MMA and you're a wrestling fan, like there's a very good mix between that, and it's called Ryzen, and it's fantastic. Wanted to beat the shit out of Silva, then proceeding to just ground game. Yeah. He is, yeah, Chael Sonnen is one of my favorite MMA fighters just because he's just the, it's just the, like, if he was in wrestling, he'd be the greatest heel ever. I think there was one time when he said something and he lost or something, and he said something and they were trying to like quote it back to him like at a different day. He was like, but you said this and this and this, and I think Chael Sonnen was just like, that's not me. That guy looks Puerto Rican or whatever. Like, it's clearly him on video saying something, like, talking shit, but then he just bold-faced lies. Like, everyone knows that he's bullshitting, but he does it anyway because it's funny.
Nobody on base and 1 gone.
Damn.
That's 2 outs.
But yeah, Ryzen is great. If you've ever seen Pride FC, it's by the people who kind of ran Pride back in the day. All right, so just don't. There we go. Play the UFC games inside gyms whenever possible. Nice. I think I used to have something like that too with friends, when we would get like those shitty like Walmart foam belts. Back when, I forget who made them, Jax made them, and they were all just foam. Because it's absurd and you can technically curb stomp. Yeah, if you love Pride, you'll love Ryzen. Because it's got some freak show fights that are just amazing. Aki Bono's competed in it. Fucking Alpha Female had a fight there, I think, earlier this year, and she's in the Mae Young Classic. Ah, damn. One more out. Let's do this. Watch him crank it over the wall. That's it. Done. Is that the one tomorrow first got to say professional wrestling again? I don't know. Jack, did Morrow do announcing for Ryzen? Did I miss that at one point? I don't remember if he did or not. He probably did, and I forget, you know, when he did an event. I don't quite remember. Now Beresford getting the win. Hey, at least our scouting went up to average. That's nice. I don't know if that gets us more points or not. But either way... Oh! Can I see the box score for that? Let me look at the line score. 0 errors. Alright, so we still have a couple to give going into these next couple of games. So that's good. And we got some good pitchers up now. Except Ball is... That's alright. A 5.11 ERA. No wins underneath his belt. He did go to Ryzen? Oh.
Hello, everybody. This Big Ten game features the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I guess I forgot about that.
The Hawkeyes are 21.
I'm trying this Rockstar Organic. It's called Island Fruit flavor. And the organic thing is that it's organic caffeine from organic green coffee beans and organic cane sugar. Kind of tastes like crap.
Here's the first pitch to get us started. Slices foul.
Oh, damn. It almost just dropped fair anyway. Everyone's just like, yeah, it's foul. Can you imagine if it just dropped fair?
Shallow left.
Can I stop hitting bullshit? That'd be really nice.
A tremendous running catch. Roberts is
A lot of organic. Yeah, a lot of organic stuff. And to be fair, organic doesn't mean it's good for you. But I figured it might be a little bit better than just your regular acidic type stuff. And it's not bad. It's not like hard on my stomach like some other stuff is.
and he works his way on base with 2 outs. Number 16 is digging in.
It's the reason why I kind of switched away from energy drinks and
Ground ball toward
enjoyed coffee more. Because for some reason coffee is a little nicer on my stomach than the acid that makes an energy drink. And even if I do drink caffeine, like there's certain brands I don't do. Like I can't really do straight energy drinks. It's got to be like maybe like a caffeinated tea or something like that.
hits a shallow left. Makes the catch.
I know the grocery store down the road,
The Hawkeyes
the Hy-Vee down the road, I forget what they called it, but they used to do caffeinated water. And it would be like flavored water with caffeine in it. And I don't know if they still do it or not. I haven't seen it in a while.
line drive to the right side.
Perfect.
Number 3. Fouls.
Hmm.
Swing and a miss. And breaking ball away.
Let's do that. In.
Hit down
There you go.
on to first. He's out. After one, it's still
All right. I wonder if it's going to be like this the entire time, where we're just barely going to get hits against each other. Because even though my batting is always kind of crappy, my pitching is always good enough to make up for it. And they're like pretty decent everywhere, but that doesn't usually make up like an amazing game.
First and second with nobody out. Hit to the left side. It's a diving grab.
Oh. I think that's only the first out, though, so that'll be good. Rundle.
Breaking ball misses low. Popped up.
Shit. I should just run for it. Fuck it. Just like the guy just stands there baffled, like I'm literally right here.
Two out, but now 2 men aboard. Ground ball.
Oh, we were so close.
That's the third out in the middle of the second.
That's all right. Leaf Knot.
He's up next.
Quite the name.
Line drive right side.
Nice.
McLaughlin is digging in.
So yeah, I'm going to have a long Thursday and Friday. I'll probably end up streaming tomorrow too, since like I got a whole lot of the stuff that I usually stream out of the way this week. But if I do this and football, then I can do CFC and
Foot misses the base.
SmackDown tomorrow, and then I can just disappear for a few days and come back on like Tuesday when I've settled into my place.
It's shallow left. He's on with a single.
There we go.
First and second. That's
1, 2. Get the fuck out of here.
ground ball in the infield, and that's how you turn to the first throw is so important.
Kind of excited. I thought about getting up early, and then I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I don't want to get up early Saturday. So I'm getting the U-Haul at like 5 o'clock and just turn it in after they close.
Ground ball on the left side. Throw to first. One gone. Number 2 is
Drop! Ah, yes. Go.
play for 2. Throw to third.
No. Ah, that would have been close.
Easy error. No excuse at all. One out and a runner at second.
It's amazing that we probably wouldn't be losing if it wasn't for the errors. Like, if they weren't committing as many errors, like, because they're already... Oh, shit, when did we get one? Oh, there's one already.
This one's hit the straightaway center. Makes the grab for out.
Fuck it. We already got it. We're already out.
Double play.
He ran so far, and I thought we already had 2 outs, so I'm a bit dumb with that. That doesn't count, right? Okay. I didn't know. We got 1. That's okay.
Fastball straight away to center field. He's out. Number 4 is up next.
There we
Takes a
go.
called strike.
The only big difference between this move and the other move is that I have a lot more artwork this time, and most of it's framed now because it was mostly posters and stuff, but now it's like actual artwork in frames. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit more legit with my with my transporting of them.
Breaking
course, it'll be interesting because I think my friends know I have a fair amount, but I don't think they know that I have just this entire like apartment's worth of stuff. I do want to put out a video. I talked about a video of like an apartment tour just to kind of remember the place, and then you can see the ridiculous amount that I have.
The senior is on with a base hit. A runner. Hit on the ground.
There we go. Oh, right. I forgot to mention that. I forgot to mention, thanks to advancements in certain pieces of software, I might start doing streaming on my PlayStation TV again. I have a 128 gig Samsung Fit coming in that I can officially mount as a storage device now, and should be able to get me a fair amount of storage for games. And the big reason why I kind of stopped playing Pro Baseball Spirits was because the save file corrupted, and as it turns out, there's a workaround for that. There was a fix for that I have saved to do on my system. So I shouldn't have corrupted saves anymore, and I should have a boatload of games. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Of course, I think out of all the stuff, I'll probably mostly just play Pro Baseball Spirits if I play anything again on it. At least on stream. Oops.
Foul to the right side.
Let's see. Let's see if we can catch him trying. Yeah!
Easy for his coach. Here's the
Took a chance and it worked.
hitting 237 with 1 homer and 9 RBIs. Ground ball to right. Now 2 outs.
Very nice.
Number 15 is batting 4th, hitting 231 with 2 home runs and 13 RBIs. The throw across to first.
Boom. All right. Very, very solid.
With 4 innings played,
I'm glad I looked down and saw they already had a hit, because I wasn't 100% sure.
back up the middle.
And I was like, I hope they have a hit so I don't have to worry about that.
Out. Number 22 is digging in. Toward left. 2 down to the inning. Roberts is the number 2 batter, hitting 268 with 4 homers and 13 RBI.
There you go. Start messing up a little bit more. Oh, good.
Swing and a miss on the changeup.
I'll probably want to stay awake tomorrow, too. Because there's a mechanic.
Ball doesn't catch any of the plate.
There's a mechanic here in town that opens up. Well, it's like a auto shop. And they open up at like 6:30 in the morning. So I'm thinking if I don't have to work, that might be my best bet, is to get stuff done, especially something like that, to get an oil change at 6:30 in the morning. Might be an idea. And then have them ask me about my brake pads and rotors. Like, hey, do you know that your brake pads and rotors are like completely gone? Yes, I know. I'm going to get them changed very soon. Foul! Good job, asshole. Do it again. Yeah, good job, asshole. Now you have to swing. What are you going to do now? There you go.
He hasn't walked a batter. Swung on and missed for strike. Number 30 is digging in. The batter squares to sacrifice. That foul caught the catcher.
Oh. Oh yeah, I hadn't watched it in like months, but I got back around to watching Gaki no Tsukai. If anyone's never heard of that, they're like a Japanese comedy group. If you ever heard of Silent Library on MTV, they basically invented that. Like, MTV's version of Silent Library came from them. But yeah, I hadn't watched some of their stuff in a little while. So it's kind of refreshing to come back after a couple months and be like, oh, look at all this new stuff that's been subbed.
Number 16 is up next. Popped up. For out number 2. Number 29 is digging in. Fouled out of play.
You know what's weird about the Morrow thing in NXT is that I'm excited that Morrow's in NXT, but it's also one of those things where it's like I haven't really watched an actual episode of NXT in a little while. I'll watch takeovers, but like I've kind of fallen out of watching it on a regular basis at least. I hate Taichi J.
Too much drop on that breaking ball. It's down low.
I don't know if I've really fallen out of love for it or not, but one main event match and the rest are tune-ups. Yeah, I could see that. Because, like, what was kind of weird, though, was that, like, I don't know if it's a thing. I don't know what it was about, like, early NXT. Like, even before, like, Balor and Itami got there. Like, I actually used to watch before it ever got on the network. Like, the Hulu Plus days, I watched almost every week. To be fair, I was doing a podcast about it at the time. And I don't really know of anyone else who was actually doing a podcast about, like, the original Full Sail NXT episodes as they were airing every week. Ah, damn. But yeah, I'd watch that every week. And it was good. Is it conditioned, yeah. You had Hulu Plus. Yeah, dude, that was literally the only reason why I had Hulu Plus. Was to watch that. Bo's failed face run. Oh, yeah. Where, like, every week you just see more and more people with their backs turned to the ring. It is one of those weird things that, like, I can imagine someone being a casual viewer and not realizing what led to Bo Dallas being how he is, so you don't quite get the character. So it's like, eh. Yeah, I think what they have is they have a lot of amazing wrestlers, but they don't have like characters. Like, they can do a lot of great wrestling and some promos and stuff like that, but yeah, it is kind of like PWG, because PWG doesn't do... They'll do stories, quote-unquote, but not, like, a ton. He touched my bum! I think that's my favorite. I think that's my favorite quote. My favorite Bo Dallas quote. He touched my bum! Someone touched my bum! Then you get to see, like, super serious Big E with his 5 count. I hope they bring that back. If they ever actually break up the New Day, they need to bring back the 5 count for Big E. Let's do Angle. Doesn't look like I ever use him. We'll give him a chance. Oh, solid hit, but just
And makes the catch for the out.
Sanity, Aleister Black, Ember Moon. A lot of dark characters. But yeah, like, everyone had, like, really oddly defined characters in the OG NXT. Not like OG, but Full Sail OG.
Two is now 1 for 3 at the plate today.
Like, you had a guy like Leo Kruger who was like, is he actually going to murder someone today?
Side toward the
He's a wrestler, but it seems like he's going to murder someone. And then, like, Corey Graves was like the punk kid.
up next.
And you had Jake Carter, who was like the cocky jock, but he like kind of became a face. And then you had Paige with her anti-diva stuff. Emma had her ridiculous, like, dancing personality. I'm trying to remember Bo Dallas as like a pretend face who was a heel.
Number 20 is simply nailing his pitches tonight.
Ascension was like a couple of creepy dudes.
The junior
But like OG Ascension was really fun to watch.
offs it to center field.
Tyson Kidd was just like,
He's out of there. There's some stirring in the
you know, a
bullpen.
beats-loving dickhead
Right-hander.
who came down to show how much better he was. Oh yeah, Tyler Breeze established his big character down there.
Breaking pitch hit toward third.
A lot of great stuff. The BFFs, yeah.
No, he
Like, it was actually really fun to watch. I don't know what the Asuka thing, what led to her becoming heel. I don't know if it was kind of like a slow evolution or not. But I remember Sasha Banks's, like, run from, like, white meat babyface. It was like, oh yeah, she's the cousin of Snoop Dogg, and she's coming out, and she's like, oh yeah, she's kind of cool, but she's constantly losing. And then it'd be like week after week, there's Summer Rae going, you know, this isn't working. This isn't going to work. You're not going to do well, blah, 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 blah. And then kind of her eventual heel turn. And then becoming the boss eventually.
makes the diving stop.
Ah, get shit on. Get shit on.
That's ruled an error.
All the errors.
Number 29 is 3 for.
Woo!
It's a shallow center.
He can get home. He can make it. He can make it. He can make it. Ah.
The senior is on with a base hit. The Golden Gophers are making a substitution.
Yeah, enhanced gimmick-wise, Aleister Black actually. Yeah, to be fair, the Black Magic thing could be really cool if they did something with it. Authors of Pain would be really cool. I don't know how much they actually do with Paul Ellering.
Pulled down.
Anytime I ever really saw it, weirdly enough, they have Paul Ellering, but I don't ever see him, like, do management stuff other than kind of maybe direct traffic during matches.
Swung through the high and tight heater.
Yeah, doing an MMA Open Challenge would be fun. Asuka was sudden, the Mickey James match started it all of a sudden. Oh! Oh! Good night. He's done.
Look out.
He is done. Oh, in the face. Oh, he took that one right on the chin.
Is on with the single. And now the number 8 hitter. Here's the freshman.
Say goodnight.
53. Hitting 296.
Pretty sure it was a fastball he threw, so it went back the other way just as fast. Then she cheated against Ember. That's about it. Yeah, like Jesus, Bo Dallas's eventual heel turn was like 9 months of lead up.
Fastball hit toward
Ah,
and the out.
he was the mastermind of AOP. They've grown into being able to handle themselves. Yeah, like I thought he was like originally kind of like, oh, they're mastermind but handler also. So, like, I think of it almost in the same way as how I book Paul Heyman,
And the runner
you know, with Heyman International and Hawkeye Pro, where it's like, they're capable wrestlers, but it's much better when you have someone who can talk them up and kind of direct traffic with them. And sometimes it showcases how much he is needed to keep them like together. That's like that's how I figured would be, you know, a thing where it's like, oh yeah, they're very capable by themselves, but they're even better with this person. Like the glue that holds them together. When they didn't have names, it was so old school. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, they didn't, because I remember thinking like, I didn't even know if they had names. I think I still, when I actually did an NXT podcast, I think I still have like a lot of my, like, what's the word? Sound drops. Because the program that I used allowed for some sounds to be put in, which I think is I bet you if I looked, there'd be there's probably a good, like, piece of software that I can use on Windows that would allow me to, like, almost have a soundboard, like a digital soundboard. I feel like that's something that I should look into. Because I used to have something kind of close to that with, like, a bunch of weird little, like, NXT sound drops during a match. That guy is Akam. That is Razar. Is that really how they introduced him? It wasn't even like Paul Ellering saying it. Oh, it was Ellering, like, yelling at it. But he didn't do it. Like, I would have at least introduced them in, like, a promo or something. Like, having a big intro, like, hey, who are these mystery men? Now you can add a name to it. You can literally take, like, 3 minutes out of your time to do that.
The junior is on with a 2-out single. This ball hammered right back up the middle on number 20.
At least it could have been worse. It could have been just them on commentary being like, we found out that their names are Akam and Razar.
Got him on the force play. Ball hit well to the left side, but watch the defense. He gets there.
Ooh, just barely. He did it after the third or fourth match? Okay. Look at all the errors that have resulted in, like, half of those hits are because of errors. I just thought about something. Did I ever change out the pitcher? I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, God. Why not? It just hit me. I'm like, we're in the bottom of the ninth, and I don't ever remember actually changing out a pitcher. Oh, good start. Solid start. They become enough of a force so we knew what they look like. Okay. Boom, all right.
Number 27 is digging in. A ground ball headed for the hole. Over to first. Two gone.
All right, one more. Uno Mas. Yay.
And that's the ball game.
Are you ready for dickhead knockouts between Itami and Ono? I'm sure that'll be nice and hard hitting. I would imagine because Ono spent, I think, decent time in Noah, they've probably faced each other at least a couple times. Solid win. One error. Now, I don't know if they mean 3 or less than 3. I know I have 1 to give. Oh, mid-season update. Press the hot link button to check all your mid-season stats, standings, rankings, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, yeah, we're number 8. Looks like best record in the NCAA right now. Solid. Standings-wise, of course, we're at the top of the Big Ten. And one of only 3 teams that actually have a winning record. Solid. Award watch. No one who's a first team All-American. Or second team. Or third team for that matter. There's no all-offensive guy. No Gold Glove. All-conference team. Look at that. Worth, Towers, Clement, Bill, Gradoville, Bow, Boas. Damn, son. Then we got Durrani and Roberts. Durrani actually got a spot. How shit is the Big Ten if he gets a spot? Burnett is down there. All-Conference Freshman of the Year. Roberts is up there. Freshman All-American. Whole lot of nobodies. And then Roberts got up there as a second-team All-American. That's pretty cool. Or Freshman All-American, at least. Freshman of the Year. Doesn't look like we'll have that. Roger Clemens Award, no. Conference Player of the Year. I mean, we got like 4 potential people who can make it up there. So, Offensive Player of the Year, no. Most Outstanding Player, no. Conference Pitcher, we got 4 pitchers up there. Conference Freshman, we got Roberts at the top. That'd be cool. So we're doing all right. All right. So what do they want? Less than 3 errors. So I'm thinking 2 or less. So I would assume that means I have 1 to give, as long as I don't hit 3. So we'll see what happens. Fuck yourself, strong style, your favorite style of wrestling. Yeah. You feel depressed after the Twitch anime marathon ended. That really needs to be a yearly thing, and probably will be. Baseball jobbers. That's what our whole team is, honestly. Suzuki versus Omega. Suzuki versus Omega was really fun to watch. Yeah. Oh, God. I hate... What is with these curveballs? I don't like you. Damn. Favorite anime was Yuri on Ice. Oh, boy. Yuri on Ice. It's a goddamn... It's false advertising is what I call it. It's Yuri on Ice, but it's actually Yaoi on Ice. Or Yaoi, or however you pronounce it. I think I heard it pronounced as Yaoi. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. That's how I heard it pronounced at Anime Iowa. From someone who's somewhat experienced in anime, so I take their word for it.
Number 27 is digging in. This straightaway left. The left fielder makes the catch.
Solid.
Number 8 is up next. Breaking pitch on the corner for a strike.
All right. Get a hit out of the way.
He's on with a single.
I hate how tired I am. Because I know in like 2 hours I'm not going to feel this tired. Like when I actually want to go to bed and sleep, that's when I'm going to be awake.
This one hit toward right field. Makes the grab for out number 2.
Leaf knot.
Sophomore is digging in. And a breaking ball in for a strike.
Holy crap, I can't stop yawning.
A strike.
I hope this carries over into when I actually want to sleep. Because I got to get up early tomorrow. It'd be nice to be able to get sleep and then actually feel awake.
Minnesota leaves a man on first. Will go to the top. Number 16 is up next. This one right center.
Drop! Oh, close.
Number 29 is digging in. Fly
Oh,
toward
oh,
left.
drop, 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 drop. Yeah.
He's going for 2. The throw to second. Stand up.
Which players carrying my team? I mean, there are a few players carrying my team. If anyone, it'd be the pitchers. But the batters do
Ground ball to the second
end up doing pretty all right.
first. That's in time for the out.
I put more onus on the pitchers for their ability to keep the other team from scoring more than my team's ability to get a hit once in a while. And then Minnesota's ability to error at all the right times. Ooh.
Ball on the inside corner.
I don't know if I would have called it as such, but I'll take it.
That's a strike on the inner half with the fast.
Watch him swing for this nonsense. Swing for it. Swing for it. I've pissed you off now. Oh, he caught it.
Ball hits it down to third, on to first. One gone.
It's less funny when he gets a piece of it.
Number 25.
It'd be even less funny if he actually hit it.
Hit toward third. Over to first.
Still wants you to make another college football game. I
Batting seventh. Here's
guess I wouldn't mind a next-gen one.
one with 2 home runs.
I guess I don't really mind either way. I just love 2K to make a football game.
Number 53 is digging in.
I don't care what. Just make another one. Actually, you know what I prefer more than another football game? Because I could deal with another football game. I want another basketball game. College hoops. They've had so many advancements with the NBA like NBA 2K at this point that I'd love to see that in a college hoops game again.
1-1.
It feels really, really weird. It feels really odd to think that, because I feel like it's got to happen at some point. Like, I feel like we're only a matter of time away before we get, another attempt at this. I can't imagine that you would make games like this and then, like, you would just never make them again. Like, I feel like there wouldn't, like, 20 years from now, we won't be able to, like, we won't be talking about, like, oh, yeah, I remember there was a time when, 2K used to make a college basketball game, but that was 20 years ago and never again because things were expensive or whatnot, I feel like I guess it's not impossible, but it feels like that should be
Throw to second. And they
something
first run of the game.
that will eventually happen.
Second.
Like, I don't see it being possible that they would just, like in 20 years, that's what we'd be able to say. Like, oh yeah, I remember when 2K used to make a football game and then they just stopped, and then they never did it again. Or, that's... I remember when they made college basketball. Remember when college basketball games were a thing, guys? Like, I can't imagine there being a time where we'll just look back nostalgically at an entire thing as big as college football or college basketball and say, hey, remember when video games used to be made about it? Like, I feel like it should be impossible. Like, something's going to have to give eventually. NFL EA contract ripped off and NFL signs a gaming. Yeah. Or just don't have the exclusivity. I know it probably makes them a fair amount of money, but... I just refuse to believe that it's going to be impossible for one to ever come out again. Like, I feel like it's just a matter of how long we have to wait. College football and college basketball are just too popular sports to not do again. Like, I could see there never being like an official arena football game again unless someone decided to get a wild hair up their ass and do like some non-licensed arena football game. And like, there's never been a college hockey game, but then again, I guess pro hockey probably doesn't sell all that well. And college hockey is a thing that, people don't really even think about, I would assume. But, March Madness is too big of a money-making thing, and college football in and of itself is just too big of a money-making thing to just never have a video game for it again. I refuse to believe that that's never going to happen. Ugh. I guess it'll come down to if it's EA or 2K who make it again, or if it's going to be some indie dev that tries it. That's what I'll do if I ever win the lottery. I'll just throw money at 2K. Here, make a college basketball game. They've already got about 11 teams that they're paying money to use their namesake for. I'm sure the other 300 wouldn't be too much to ask for. Am I pitching with a penis cup meter? I don't know what to call it. It's a nice little meter. I like it. Getting used to that in the game is nice. Especially in comparison to, like, I didn't mind so much. Like, I got used to the 3-click style that MVP 04 and 05 had. But I think the new, like, pull back, pull forward method that they started employing with the NCAA baseball games was a little bit better than the 3-click method. Like, the 3-click method feels extremely 90s. Like, I remember, like, Front Page Sports Golf or some sort of PC golf game where everything's kind of sprites rendered. Like, that was 3-click. And then we evolved. Next gen poker game. To be fair, I think at this point, if they're going to do a next gen poker game, it's just going to be like actual straight up poker. Like at an online casino.
Got a piece of that back to the screen.
Or it'll be like a social. It'll be like a social game that you can download from PS4 or Xbox One. Basically, U of Iowa would be funny if you renamed everyone a wrestler on my roster. I mean, it isn't really just University of Iowa. Like, the Hawk that I use isn't related directly to the Iowa Hawkeyes. Like, it isn't even related indirectly. It's something different. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying with the whole Hawkeye Pro, and then, you know, they're called the Hawkeyes. Clearly the pitcher's one of the Dudleys with those glasses. Which one of these fuckers gets to be Lady Beard? I think that'll be the true question. Who's gonna play the part of Lady Beard? Better yet, instead of it being like current wrestlers, I just pick like former guys. So it's like Davari, Mark Sherman, Nick Mitchell. Here's Violent J up to the plate. Coming up to bat, Tommaso Ciampa. I think I'm probably going to use my old microphone when I move. I think that'll be what I do. Because I like this microphone and I kind of like this setup. Actually, it might be a little bit... I don't know. Because I think it might be a little bit nicer to have the microphone a little bit more out of the way than it is. I don't know if... I would assume people would probably complain if I accidentally smack my microphone too much, so maybe I shouldn't worry too much about it. And especially after I move in, like, you won't be hearing my AC, because it'll be central air. Offer a college scholarship, but only through baseball. The Big O has to be the highest rated. Up to the plate now, Afa Anoa'i Jr. On deck is Caleb Conley. Fuck! Oh, thank God. Carino is a 70 play. Oh my God, he does, doesn't he? Woo! Drop! Oh, oh boy. It's all right. We're in the fifth. We're doing solid. I want to keep things simple. I want to keep things simple. I want to start warming up a reliever. Let's do DeVries. Let's keep ourselves from shitting the bed here in the last half of the game. He just tackles him off the base. Like, no, fuck yourself. I wish there was only like my only wish is that it had like some sort of physics-based animation. So he just flies 5 feet as he gets pounced. Football and baseball. Pounce! Toward the left. All right, Rockstar, give me strength. The third baseman will make the catch. After 5, it's 3-0. The Hawkeyes have their this island fruit flavor is just quite the thing. Should have just gotten coffee.
left side of the infield. The throw across
You know what? It's one of these times where I really don't mind a 3-up, 3-down, because then it means I can just it means I can get through the day. I can get through the games quicker. It's like, oh, good, 4 pitches, and there you go, half an inning done.
missed outside.
I really don't want to take the chance of not, like, I would like to at some point be able to sim, but I mean, we're certainly not in a grade
Ball misses inside
area.
the ball.
Like, we're still a D-rated team technically, so every time I play, I have to basically be, you know, playing up to our level,
Over to
to their level. So
flip to first for the out in the middle of
yeah. Which game's Super Bowl? NFL 2K5. I am facing, I think it's Cincinnati?
into shallow right.
I forget who won, because I think at one point it was San Diego,
Base hit.
and another time it was Cincinnati. I think it's Cincinnati that I'm facing. Ah,
And a big breaking ball that misses inside. One and
that's right. Someone has an NFL 2K Twitter. I gotta remember to. Yeah, great. I got a kick at it. I got a kick honestly out of Gradoville. I honestly did. Like, I don't ever want. I didn't really want to mention it because you know, obviously not a ton of wrestling fans, but
the out. Double play.
I don't know how many wrestling fans. It's like, who knows Grado? Like, but yeah, I did get a kick out of him like the first year I played this.
27 with one long ball and 9 RBIs.
Speaking of, I'm probably a good solid year into the series, I would assume. I gotta be close.
Makes the play to end the inning.
The pocket hit Orlando in the UK.
3-0.
Those few people around Orlando in the UK who know what a Grado is. What's a Grado? Well, it's this fat British man that dances to Madonna. Don't worry about it.
Not in time. He beat it out for an infield hit.
Good job. Is that a
22 is
error? Nope. Okay.
3 at the plate.
No errors yet.
And makes
There you
the
go.
play for the out. Roberts is batting
You expect something out of me this stream that you didn't say last stream.
RBI.
What didn't I say last stream?
Line drive to left. 2 outs.
What's Gradoville now? I know of Grado. I mean, there's a guy with the last name of Gradoville,
Next.
which I didn't even know was a thing. Have to call you an ungrateful bastard. To be fair, if it has anything to do with a subscription, it says I have 0 subscriptions. So, as much as I believe you, according to Twitch, you're blowing smoke up my ass. Because I actually checked right before this, and it says I have 0 subscriptions.
Hit to the ground.
So,
Throw across to first. The side is retired.
what does the star mean?
6.5 innings down. It's 3-0.
I don't know. Twitch called you to, Twitch is calling you a liar.
Second baseman, number 15, hitting 221 with 2 home runs.
Oh shit.
Number 15 is on, and there's nobody out. McLaughlin,
Okay, sub
the Hawkeye.
Sub it in, buddy. Why are people so much better against left-handers? Aren't they more rare? Which means people don't get as much chance to hit against them.
Number 25 is now 0 for 2 at the plate today.
Ah,
For a ball.
I just don't give 5 big ones to just anyone. What's the star mean? I don't know. I don't see a star. I don't know. What does the star mean? Subscriber, David. Of which I don't see a star next to your name. Oh, God damn it. Maybe that's just restream, though.
Breaking ball
That's not showing me.
the outside corner for a strike.
Because I'm using a chat client. Yeah, that's probably a thing. To be fair, it's much easier to just double click. If there's ever a Twitch chat like desktop app, he does have it. Okay. If anyone knows of like a simple desktop app for Twitch chat, that would be great. Because the main reason why I use my Restream is because it's just so much easier to double click on something and have it automatically log in than have to go into my browser, log into Twitch, do the two-factor login, and then it's called Chatty? Okay, I need to check out Chatty then. Because I would like something simpler than having to actually physically log into my browser. Tyler's only accused me of being a liar. Unbelievable. I did thank you at the tail end. I said, oh, wow, thank you. I mean, I did thank you. I don't know when I'm going to be able to cash out, because I think, I don't know if subscriptions are like that, too.
Here's a fly ball. The outfielder racing after it. That's the third out.
I typed thank you. A typed thank you is $1.
It was a great break in the outfield, and he makes a great catch.
I am not a monkey. I will not dance for my food.
First and second with number 20.
Thank you. Thank you for the subscription. I greatly appreciate it. Anyone who subscribes to me and decides to give me said money, to give me $5 of their hard-earned money, deserves a hearty thank you. Because it's one thing that I never really thought that I would even have a thing like that, where anybody. I just want to start like making references to anime Twitch chat. We were born to play baseball.
Number 4 is up next. Swing and a miss at the hook, down and in.
Actually, I'm quite proud of my pitching and hitting abilities. I use 5 different types of pitchers to get the perfect game going.
For a called strike, 0-2.
Truth be told, I'm quite proud of my baseball team.
There's a lazy fly to right field. The fielder is able to come in under it.
Once you get that job locked down, okay, cool.
Warming up in the bullpen.
Tag you in gifts for no reason as punishment for taking so long. To be fair, I won't see it immediately. The aforementioned muting your ass on Twitter.
He's out of there.
I gotta check out Chatty then.
Breaking ball for a strikeout.
Strongest chat in the world.
Hit to right, makes the catch. With 1 inning to go, it's 3-0. Number 53 is digging in.
Fortunately, I'm not playing anything that'll result in I'm going to jail, I'm going to jail.
Infield.
Gradoville, so cute. I can't afford bail. Pray for me, chat. I'm going to jail.
The sophomore is aboard with a base hit, his third of the game.
You actually sim games in boring-looking ballparks. I gotta look again at ballparks in the show.
Fouled away.
Oh, no, he's probably gonna catch it. Nope, he's not. I gotta look at some of the ballparks they use, because, like, I always enjoy some of the old school ballparks. My favorite, bar none, I think I've said this before, my absolute favorite ballpark to ever play a baseball video game in is and will always be Polo Grounds. Yeah, 35 kills. 35 hits, by the way.
The Golden Gophers are making a substitute.
Ah, damn it.
9 is going to come in as a reliever, and the side is retired. In the middle of the ninth,
This is a beachside ballpark, and this is the design they went with. It shouldn't be beachside. If the two teams are Iowa and Minnesota, there shouldn't be no beach. Oh God! I just realized why is there oceanside ships? Why in in a game between Iowa and Minnesota are we in any sort of harbor-like town? Why is that a thing that exists right now? Why am I looking at ships in the background? Are they just like going around one of the 10,000 lakes? Is that what's going on here? Are they going down the Mississippi River? What are you talking about, that beachside on the Mississippi? I mean, I can't imagine huge boats like that just going down the Mississippi River. I mean, I guess. It's just weird. Ah! Dunsky! I didn't even, like, think about the back. I didn't even, like, think about the back area. That looks a little big to be the Mississippi River. I mean, I guess it could be. Hey, one error. So I did under 3. I could maybe see this being taken from Minnesota, I guess. I'll take it. Although I don't know how far inland. I can't imagine the Minnesota, like University of Minnesota, is like right on the river. Oh, I was thinking about the back area. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I need to watch Aho Girl. Hang on one second. Hey, we did it. We did it. We did it. Oh wait, no, that's the other thing. There it is. Hey, our new practice field is going to help. Yay, we unlock facilities. We are awesome. And we have apparel and gloves. We're getting there. We're getting our shit together. Let's show it. Look at that nice practice field. The bridge between Iowa and Illinois doesn't move. I don't think it does. There we go. Oh, whoops. Alright, so there we go. There's another thing against Penn State where we got to commit less than 3 errors, and then we can get some nice gloves. It looks like that might be an easier time. We'll move up here, and then I'll check the recruiting. Got a decent amount of recruit points. I hope that goes up. What is this? Targeted prospects. We're getting there. Alright, so we'll do 50 here. We'll do 50 here. And 60 here. And that uses up all the points. Hopefully, we're starting to get there. Hopefully, once we get done with the one guy, we can start moving the other 2 up quicker. Because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more weeks. Oh man, we're starting to run out of time fast here. Ugh. Penn State committed more errors in their athletic program. Oh boy. You're right. I guess Penn State's athletic program is known to commit several errors. Speaking of butts. There we go. Marathon end. Will we? Oh my god. I wish there was enough weeby people who watched NL and we could spam that towards the end of the Rumble Marathon. What will you do at the end of the marathon? Are you busy? Will you weeb us? Will you leave us? Lolicon. No, it's more like Shotacon. Okay. Number 6. So we went up from number 8 to number 6. We're doing very good. We beat a challenge. We got another challenge coming up. Our team prestige seems to have gone up at least a little bit. But, yeah, there you go. So we did very nicely. 3 very solid wins. I'd say the games were a little more boring than I thought, mostly due to the fact that there wasn't a whole lot going on until, you know, maybe towards the end, or it was just kind of like a hard-fought battle. Who knows? I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this, honestly, because I don't know if I want to add Pro Baseball Spirits to this, or if I want to do Pro Baseball Spirits instead of this. Like, imagine if I ended up winning the national championship again. It'll be one of those things where it's like, should I continue? I don't know. I probably will end up doing it, but either way. Hey, I always like this. But I probably will. But yeah, we'll see. I'll just end it here because it's something I don't even have to really worry about right now. So thank you guys. Of course, I'll have something else for you guys in the stream. But those of you who are watching this on YouTube, I thank you for continuing to watch and continuing to be a part of this. And I will see you guys next time.